Good morning, students. Here, Neela ma'am from SKM Public School. Students, today I am going to teach you chapter number 1, that is planning in sports. In my previous video, I have taught you about types of tournament, two types of tournaments. There are various types of tournament format based on advancement or elimination criteria of players or teams. So I have taught you about knockout tournament and types of knockout tournament, single knockout tournament, consolation tournament and double knockout tournament. Then its advantages and disadvantages. Then second number tournament, that is league or round robin tournament. Types of league tournaments, it's of two types, single league tournament and double league tournament. And advantages of league or round robin tournament and disadvantages of league or round robin tournament. Today I am going to teach you about combination tournaments. Combination tournaments are conducted when there are large number of teams. These teams are arranged into groups and zones. The winner teams of the groups or zones play together to determine the final winner. For example, in case of national level competition, it becomes difficult for all the state teams to reach at one place for tournament. To avoid such type of difficulty, zones can be made and a tournament can be organized at a central place in each zone. After that, winners of each zone can participate at national level, depending upon the number of teams in each zone and the availability of time. The tournament can be organized on the basis of knockout or league, and after that at national level the tournament can also be conducted either on knockout or league basis. So there are four types of combination tournaments. First is knockout cum knockout. Second is league cum league. Third is knockout cum league. Fourth is league cum knockout tournament. So as you know, tournaments are organized at various levels. It provides recreation to the spectators, which also help them to release stress and tension. Tournament helps in harmonious development of participants. There are a few methods to decide which type of format is to be used for the tournament. It completely depends on the number of participants, budget availability of resources, availability of days, official availability, etc. In the previous video, you have learned about what? Knockout tournaments. Knockout tournaments, in that mostly tournaments are organized on this format. This is a type where one team, once defeated, automatically gets eliminated from the tournament and won't be able to play again in entire tournament. It means there is no second chance. So let's say if there are four teams, team A, team B, team C and team D. So first of all, match is played between team A and B, then other group in team C and team D. And in team A and B, whomsoever is the winner will play match with the group which have played, that is match between suppose C and D. If C or D is winner and team A or B, whosoever is the winner will play with other winner team. So there fixture for the tournament will be like that. So fixture will be like this in the diagram. Then you have learnt about league tournament or round robin. League tournament is also called as round robin tournament. Mr. Berger was the first to imagine about this tournament. Was also called as Berger system. In this type of tournament, each team play with each and every team at least once in the entire tournament. The team which will have maximum number of wins will end up being winner. So there are two types of league tournaments, namely single league, which is described above. Another type is double league tournament, where each and every team will play with each team at least twice. So league tournaments here, round robin tournaments, single league tournament and double league tournament. In single league tournament, where every team play with other team at once, number of matches is determined by n into n minus 1. If n is 7, then n means here n means the total number of teams, here. So how many matches will be played, that will be calculated by using formula n into n minus 1. If 7 teams are there, then how many matches will be played, it will be calculated by using this formula n into n minus 1. So n here is number of teams are 7, 7 into 7 minus 1 and divided by 2. We also divide by 2. So that is determined by n into n minus 1 divided by 2. Okay. So where n is the number of teams. If n is 7, then number of matches to be played will be calculated n into n minus 1 divided by 2, that is equal to 42 divided by 2, 21 matches will be played in single league tournament. Then in double league tournament, here in this double league tournament, each and every team play with each other at least twice. The formula for number of matches is n into n minus 1, simple, n into n minus 1, where n is what? Total number of teams. So where n is number of teams, if n is 7, then there will be 7 into 7 minus 1, that is equal to 7 into 6, 7 6s, 42 matches will be played. Then it's turn off now. Third type of tournament, combination tournament. These type of tournaments are conducted when the matches are to be played on group or zonal basis. These are totally based upon the suitability of the activity, the number of teams participating, area and the distance from where they are coming. Like it is difficult to conduct this kind of tournament at national or international level, as participants are from across the nation. To avoid such difficulty, zones can be made and a tournament can be organized at a level. Usually there can be following combination tournaments are used here, that is first knockout come knockout, league come league, knockout come league, league come knockout tournament, and this is These are 4 here. So let's discuss about first type of combination tournament, knockout cum knockout. Here in this type of tournament, teams are divided into zones and they play within their zone on knockout basis, and the winning team will play later in interzonal. Suppose zone wise here 3 zones are there: zone 1, zone 2, zone 3, and teams in each zone are 4. And from suppose here team B is winner in 4 teams, team C is winner here in zone C if team A is winner, then the winning team will play later in interzonal. There also is zone number 4, here team D is winner. After winning in their zone, all the winner of different zones will play in interzonal on same knockout basis. So interzonal tournament on knockout basis, we will keep winner of all these zones: zone 1, zone 2, zone 3 and zone 4. And matches will be played in 2 zones, and out of 2 teams the winner team will be decided. So we can say about knockout cum knockout. In this type of tournament, the total number of teams are divided in different zones. First of all, the teams of each zone play on knockout basis. In this way, a team becomes the winner from each zone. All the winner teams again play their matches on knockout basis. The team that wins in the final becomes the winner of the interzonal tournament. Then league cum league tournament. In this type of tournament, total number of teams are divided in different zones. All the teams play their matches in their respective zones on league basis. One team from each zone becomes the zonal winner. It is called zonal or group tournament. After that, all the zonal winners teams again play the matches on league basis, and one team becomes the winner of interzonal or group tournament. So here fixture is for zonal matches on league basis. Only winner of each zone will play same on league basis. Winner of zone 1 will be denoted as 1. Winner of zone 2 will be denoted as 2. Winner of zone 3 will be denoted as 3. Winner of zone 4 will be denoted as 4. Then interzonal, here group tournament will be there. Then knockout cum league tournament. Here teams are here divided into 4 zones, different zones. First of all, the teams play their matches in their respective zones on knockout basis, and one team becomes the winner from each zone. After that, the winner team again play their matches on league base, and one team becomes the winner of intergroup or zone tournament. So here in each zone there are 4 teams, and winner team in zone 1, in zone 2, in zone 3 and in zone 4. Then after that, interzonal tournament is there between here 4 teams, between 4 teams. So winner of zone 1 will be denoted as 1, winner of zone 2 will be denoted as 2, winner of zone 3 will be denoted as 3, and winner of zone 4 will be denoted as 4. So all the teams are divided in different zones. First of all, the teams play their matches in their respective zones on knockout basis, and one team becomes the winner from each zone. After that, the winner teams again play their matches on league base, and one team becomes the winner of intergroup or zone tournament. Then league cum knockout tournament. In this tournament, all the teams are divided into different zones. All the teams play their matches in their respective zones or league basis. One team from each zone or group becomes the winner. It is called zonal tournament. After that, the winner teams play their matches on knockout basis, and one team becomes the winner of intergroup or zonal tournament. So here fixture is there for zonal tournament on league basis. Then in the next video you will know about procedure for drawing fixture on knockout format. Okay, so students, you have today learned about types of combination tournament. In spite of this, there is also challenge tournament. In this type of tournament, there are 1-to-1 contests, or there are 2 players on each side. One player challenges the other, and the other player accepts the challenge. Games in which such tournaments are held are boxing, tennis, table tennis, badminton, etc. So this type of fourth tournament is challenge tournament. One player challenges the other, and the other player accepts the challenge. Games in which such tournaments are held are boxing, tennis, table tennis, badminton, etc. So types of challenge tournaments are ladder tournament, pyramid tournament, cobweb tournament. So challenge ladder system provides a friendly and competitive environment to help players improve their skills and meet others at about the same level. Best suited for individual sports such as tennis, racquetball and squash, ladders use a leapfrog format. Players move up the ladder by challenging and beating higher rank competitors, designed to attract players who can't commit to a regular match schedule. Ladders typically run for several months, allowing players many challenge opportunities. To make a successful ladder, consider the participant's skill level and your options in establishing procedures and format and enforce the rules. Advantages of ladder tournaments are here. Competition ladders require very little hands-on involvement and basically run themselves. Unlike tournaments where administrators face match scheduling headaches, tournament expenses, and must be on site for the duration of the event, ladder participants contact each other, decide on a day, time, and place to play their match, and report the score. Then there is pyramid tournament. This type of challenge tournament is recommended for a large number of individuals. Players may challenge any player horizontally. Winners may challenge opponents in the row above. A variation may be used in which winners of a challenge are placed in the bottom row. Bottom row winners move to the second row if a vacancy exists. They continue in this manner to move up until a winner is determined. Then cobweb tournaments are also there. This is type of challenge tournament. In this third type of challenge tournament, the cobweb or spider web tournament takes its name from the bracket design, which is the shape of a spider's web. The championship position is at the center of the web. The bracket consists of 5 lines drawn radically from the center, and the participants' names are placed on concentric lines. Crossing these radial lines, challenges may be made by persons on any concentric line to any person on the next line closer to the center. This tournament provides more opportunity for activity. This type of tournament organization adopted should be the one best for the group activity and local interest. The goal should be to have as much participation as possible for the facilities and time available. So students, in the next video you will learn about fixture. These are the schedules fixed for the matches to be played, their time, place, court or ground, number and date, etc. It is detailed program made by the organizers before few days or on the same day of the competition. This is to inform the teams about the time, place and date of the match to be played by their team. Fixture or tie or heat include multiple and progressive matches. In athletics and swimming, the term heats is used in tennis, badminton and other games. We frequently use the term ties or fixtures. There are many types of fixtures that are fixed according to time, ground, equipment, officials, facilities and team participating, etc. Okay. So this presentation by Neelam Jain. Thank you students. Stay alert, stay healthy, mask yourself, take proper care. God bless all of us. Thank you.